My name is Jack Joseph Puig. I'm the producer, mixer here in Los Angeles. I started off as a bass player initially. I worked in a couple different bands. One of my bands, we were doing demos one day and we were having technical difficulties. And I went into the control room to see if I could assist and help, and found myself immediately gravitating to that particular side of the glass and found that I had a natural aptitude for it. And so I started producing and mixing records, and I wanted to empower the artist. Coming from an artistic perspective, I realized that that was really the diamond in the rough, and I wanted to use my ability and my talents to empower that. I started here in Ocean Way, working on a Black Crowes record, and from there I just kept going, and it felt great, felt natural. And this is my 11th year working in this particular room at this point in time, and I've worked on all kinds of pop artists to rock artists, every kind of artist you can imagine. Sheryl Crow, all the Crows, Sheryl, Black, Counting, Green Day, Weezer, Fergie, it just goes on and on. Stereophonics, Panic at the Disco, Ashley Simpson, 311, No Doubt. So this was sort of known as the Sinatra room, one of the Sinatra rooms. Sinatra went between a couple different places. This was one of the Sinatra rooms. So Sinatra kind of obviously made it very famous, and then it progressed through the years and continued to have massive success with artists like Sinatra, I mentioned, all the way up to artists today, like a brand new act that no one even knows about. What's unique about this room is it was very, very common years ago, a couple of decades ago, for people to go to a certain recording studio because they had a sound. And then as modern consoles took their way into the business, along came with everyone using pretty much the same pieces of equipment. Same consoles, same type of speakers, same type of reverb, same type of delay, some type of compressors. It just became very common. So the boutique element of a room was left behind. And at the same time, so was a unique sound left behind that was only attached to that particular record. So there was a time where people would go to a certain studio for that sound. And as I said, then it became not necessary any longer. And that's why when you listen to most records on the radio, a lot of them sound the same. What makes something commercial is when the masses deem it as commercial. So it becomes Norman Rockwell as opposed to a Mona Lisa. It doesn't have the same unique property. It's something that everyone hears as cool. And whenever it makes a hit on a radio, if someone has a multiple amount of hits with that sound, then that's a sound that everyone chases. Not just the sound of the record, but the production of the record, the type of artist, the way they look, the way they feel, everything about them.